for you?
Everything's interesting being a pediatrician. Let's cut that. Let's start over.
No, we should just go through it all,
Okay.
listen to it, and
Okay,
then,
let's just cut it. Can we start over? Can we
Yeah.
do that? All right, do it again.
what is the most interesting thing about being a pediatrician for you?
Everything about being a pediatrician is interesting. I enjoy helping new parents raise their children and give them advice. I enjoy talking to the kids. It's always fun to do. And I enjoy seeing the kids as they get older and mature.
I understand you're now seeing second-generation families.
I am seeing second generation families, and it's wonderful to see these kids that I've raised for 20 years, and now I have an opportunity to see them bring their kids in. Although interestingly, I don't always recognize them. They come back 10 years later after I've seen them, when they were maybe 20, now they're 30. Possibly they're pregnant and with a different last name. So they need to give me a clue that I've seen them before.
How did your book, Cute Kidbits, come about?
Kids say the funniest things, and I would always try to remember what they said to tell my other staff people afterwards, but I don't always remember the jokes, I call them, the quotes the next day. So I started to write them all down. And then after I started writing them down, I said, well, let's share these with the other patients and families. So I put them in our newsletter. Eventually we went to email, so I sent them out in emails. And the parents would always come back saying, that's the greatest thing in the newsletter. We always look for that first. So I decided to compile them all and put them in a book.
What do the parents of your patients think of the book?
They love the book. They've bought many copies here in the office as well as on Amazon. They tell me how they enjoy all the quotes, and occasionally I get the parent whose child is quoted in the book and they remember that, and that's a lot of fun too.
On a more serious note, you've been an advocate for incorporating behavioral and mental health services into your primary care practice. How did this come about?
Well, about 20% of children and adolescents have a mental health diagnosis. Unfortunately, only about 25% of them get any kind of care. So therefore the problem was getting them access to care. And we thought we could do that best here because they're patients of ours, they're here, we could take care of them. So we hired our own mental health providers, and our patients are able to be seen here. They like that because it's convenient, there's no stigma attached, we get good follow-up, we get good outcomes. It's a very good thing, and mental health should be a part of primary care.
What are some of the behavioral or mental health conditions you're seeing?
The biggest two are probably anxiety and depression, which nationwide accounts for a good percent of the healthcare dollar and needs to be treated. We also see ADD, ADHD. We see behavioral problems, adjustment disorders, and behavioral health addictions too.
Back to the book. Who do you think would enjoy Cute Kidbits?
Oh, I'd say anybody that was ever a kid, which I guess is everybody. So everybody I think likes this book, particularly parents, grandparents, pregnant families. And what I was really surprised about was how the kids like it. A lot of school-age kids and adolescents will pick up the book in the office and they'll start reading it and they'll start laughing. And many of these children are kids who don't usually read. They don't like to read. They're doing video games all the time, but they'll read this. To them it's a joke book and they love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.